Well, good evening. It's a beautiful fall day outside. Let's see if we can get a little bit of fall. It's about 60 degrees outside, maybe a little warmer. A little chilly if you're not out of the wind, but not much wind. Alrighty, today we are going to install something that I just bought and just came, Amazon. This is the Pertronix electronic ignition. I bought the 1281, and I don't know if I've talked about it a whole bunch, but this thing's kind of a turd. It runs and it fires up okay, but it just doesn't have the oomph that I think it should. I know it's a 50-year-old engine and it may not have a lot of life in it. I don't know. It doesn't smoke. I've never compression tested it. I have a compression tester sitting over there, but I've never compression tested it. But I took it to the dump last week and it did okay. Pulled a trailer, but I had it floored most of the time I was going up the hills and stuff. So I'm wondering if we just need a different ignition in it. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to try to capture it the best I can. I am not really good at capturing video. I'm currently using a Samsung phone to do this, and it's probably not the best, but that's what I have, so I make do with what I have. I'm gonna flip this around and we'll check it out. Okay, so here's old blue engine distributor. Got the Pertronix deal. I'll try to prop my phone up to get the best angles I can. So I've read on the internet and watched a couple YouTube videos. I think I have a pretty good grasp of how this goes in, so we'll give it a try. We gotta get inside this distributor. Well, the gas line on the back is a little difficult. Okay, I've already disconnected the positive on the battery. It was just barely sitting on there. I don't think I've ever tightened that thing up. Okay, so we're gonna pull this out first, maybe. Almost feels like it's glued in there. Holy cow. The strength required to rip that off. Knock down my light. Okay. Now the rotor's off. See what kind of condition that's in. Not bad. Not bad. We'll clean it up a little bit. Okay, so from what I understand, we're gonna take this apart. So we're gonna take off, let's start with this condenser. This is a 1972 Ford. This is a 360 engine. Wished it was a 390. Maybe it'd be a little bit more powerful. It's kind of a turd right now. Okay. Let's see, now this points part. This is apparently the ground. I'm saving these screws because I'm going to put them back. Okay, that. Let's see, we got to take off the points back there too. I am not left-handed. probably should be using my right hand. Not quite undone all the way yet. I'm hoping that this will make things run a little bit better. Okay. Points look pretty good. I am not an expert on points, but I don't know, are they good or not? Maybe there's nothing left. I don't know. Okay, so from what I understand, we gotta follow that wire and pull it out. That wire should go to the negative side of the coil. Let's follow that and see. Okay, so that goes up there, that goes up there, and it indeed goes to the back of the coil right there. So I'm going to take that off. Okay, I'm going to take that off and pull that out. Okay, so I have that wire off the back of the coil. I use a screwdriver to get that rubber grommet loose. Okay, so here are the points and condenser, and I'm going to set them right over here. I'm not sure what that tray is. Maybe it's a battery tray, a second battery tray. I'm going to maybe use that because this battery tray is toast. Underneath there is rusted pretty bad, so that'll have to be fixed. But it's 2x4 and some particle board over here. Previous owner did that, but that's okay, it works. Okay, so as far as I understand, we're ready to put some things into this Pertronix. Okay, there's the magnet that goes on top. We're going to put that up there for now. This is the points replacement. Looks like there's a little button right there that goes down in that hole right there, I believe, or maybe the little slot up there. I don't know, we're gonna find out. Oh, well, maybe. Okay. Looks like it goes in that little button deal. And then we're supposed to put the ground, let's move these out of the way, the ground wire in there. Okay, we're going to make sure that thing in the back is in there. And then that's adjustable, so we're going to tighten it down a little bit more, but not super tight. So we need to adjust it. Okay, these wires come out here. Looks like there's another rubber grommet that we can put in there. Okay, so those go in there. Ground wire goes there. Okay, the magnet's supposed to go down here somewhere. Okay, And then there's a little adjuster piece. The videos on YouTube were clear, or the piece was clear. Mine, it looks like it's black. That'll work just fine. So I'm going to use my teeth and open this up. And then we're going to adjust that. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit closer so we can see what we're doing here. And hopefully we can gap this correctly. Screw it down tight. Okay, we're going with that. Yep, we're going to go with that. It's a little tight, but if we need to open it up, we will. Better save that adjuster tool. Okay, now we know that the red wire is going to go to the hot side of the coil. The negative is going to go to the negative side. And there's one additional step. These trucks come factory with a resistor in the wire apparently that feeds the voltage to the positive side of the coil, and it now will require a full 12 volts. So you're supposed to run a wire over to the coil, but it looks like someone might have done that already, so I'll be checking that out with the voltmeter here in a second. Let's go ahead and put the crimps on the ends of these so we can put them on here. I'm going to grab a wire crimper. So this one will go to the negative. Okay, that's on there. Now let's take off the positive side. Thought I'd loosen that. I know you can't see from over there. So there is definitely a pink wire coming from. I'm going to grab the camera and get a little closer. There is definitely, it looks like to me, someone ran a new wire. Because there is a new wire coming from the firewall. And then there's this red wire that looks like it's been capped off. Don't know what that is. Maybe that's the old resistor wire. Don't know. But we will find out. Okay, so this red wire is going to go underneath the gas wire, underneath the spring, back up over here. We're going to put this wire on and this wire. I need to check to see if that's 12 volts or what. So we'll get the multimeter out in a bit and test that. Doing it all by feel since I can't see and I'm holding this phone. Okay, we have that wire tightened up. Go ahead and connect the coil wire. I'll button these up. If it runs good, then we'll zip tie these properly. That one I got over the gas line. Now why did I do that? Dang it. Well, that's good enough to test it with, I think. So, let's double check. We've got the ground wire, got the magnet, got this deal, whatever it does, generates spark. Got the wires hooked up to the coil. Okay, let's put the distributor back on. Got the front one, let's find the back one. Something still doesn't feel right. Don't know. Okay. So I think we have all that. I'm going to go ahead and hook up the battery and listen. See if we see any smoke. As you can see, that's not super tight. Just for fun, let's see what kind of voltage we have going to that. Okay, let's see. I've got the voltage meter on there. Let's turn on the key, see what kind of voltage we get. I should roll down the window. Okay. Didn't hear any bad noises, so maybe that's a good thing. Okay. Let's see. 11.64, so maybe that wire is indeed already 12 volts. Well, I'm going to pull this wire off. Let's see, anything going to fall in? Maybe this light. Take that down. Let's see. Anything else going to fall if we start it? I don't think so. Okay. Usually starts really easy. Usually just give it one pump on the gas. Take it out of gear. Start it right up, just like it usually does. So that's a good sign. We'll let it warm up for a minute and then kick it down. Wow, it already seems to idle better. Huh, interesting. Oh, I left a couple screws on top of the air cleaner. I probably ought to get those off. Okay, well that's a good sign so far. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and maybe we'll take it for a test drive. Okay, we're taking it for a quick test drive. I have not touched the timing. It seems to be idling better for sure. There's still a hesitancy when I give it gas to take off. Maybe that's timing. So I'm going to drive it home and play with that for a second. But it's not running any worse. It seems to be running a little bit better. Still, once I floor it, it takes a while to pick up. I don't know if that's carburetor or timing, but we'll eliminate it. Okay, let's talk about where we're at with this Pertronix ignition. I think it made a good improvement. I think this is the best it's ever ran. I ran it down the road a few times and I adjusted the carburetor a little bit. It has some aftermarket 2-barrel carburetor that I am not exactly sure how to adjust, but I adjusted it to where it sounded and felt good. And it did not change my timing installing this electronic ignition. I was running about 12 degrees top dead center, and I bumped it down to 10 just to see if it makes any difference, but I think it definitely improved things. I am contemplating now about buying the what is it, the coil that goes with this package. And from what I've read, if you run the coil, then you can increase the spark plug gap, and that helps even more. I might give that a try, but for now I seem to be pretty happy with this. I'll button it up and make sure it's not gonna wiggle loose or anything, the wires that I didn't run correctly. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching.